Hey guys, RLC321 back again with another model, excuse me, the original series, Star Trek Enterprise model kit by Revell. I think it's 1/600 scale. So, anyway, we're finally back onto this now after a little while, because got me LEDs in. These should be the red flickering LEDs, which is going to be for the impulse engine that's going to go on the back here. This is the reason why we haven't been able to finish this off yet, because we needed to do this. So, I thought we'd give it a go. So, this is the part we're going to need. Yes. Cut it off. And then figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. Put you there. Put that there. Let's give that a little snip there. A little snip there. A little snip there. I need a bit of a sand. And a little bit more there. And a little bit more there. So anyway, if you haven't seen it already, I've actually finished the War of the Worlds diorama, which looks, in my opinion, I think it looks actually really good. But that's just my own opinion, to, you know, take that with a pinch of salt. So anywho, so let's get back to this. This will fit into here, kind of, or not, as the case may be. It's because it's got too much paint in there. Okay, let's get rid of some of that paint there. And on that side, and in the middle. Come on. So this is the only problem. When you paint stuff, you will sometimes have it where it's it just doesn't fit because there's too much paint there, and that's what the problem right here is. So hopefully now it'll fit. So anyway, so that's going to fit on something like that. Obviously we will need to glue it in place, and it looks like we may need to do something else to it, because it's quite gappy, for want of a better word, and that's gonna ruin how this is gonna look. Interesting. Okay, so we'll sort that. But anyway, some of the things that we need to do. First of all, we want to put some holes into here, into there. Right. So I want to drill a hole there, drill a hole there, and drill a few tiny holes into these squares for the flickering LEDs to show through. That's the plan. Okay. What I'm also going to do is, looking at it, so it's going to be slightly above there. So I may have to, I'm gonna have to as well. Let's undo this again. Come on, off you come. You live there. You live over there. You can live there, and you can live there. Right. Okay. So this should be relatively easy just to pop off, because it's not, as I say, it's not fully glued in together yet. That side doesn't want to pop off. No, I haven't glued that in, so I'm gonna have to get my hand in there and carefully prise it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's good. Right. Okay. So what we are going to have to do as well is move this over. Oh, excuse me for a minute, that's the door. Okay, apologise about that, I'm now back. So what I want to do, because we're going to have to somehow drill holes here that's going to be big enough to accept the light, but not too big that it's going to drown everything out. So we're going to have to drill a couple of holes here, put 2 LEDs in, one on each side, one on each side, but not all the way in, because I don't want like 5mm holes in there kind of thing. Definitely don't want that. So, but before we do anything else, I think probably be an idea to test, make sure these are working. Let's pull the 2 out that I'm going to use. Grab an Uji. Grab an Uji. Right. Let's put this Uji in here. Basically, I'm just putting on a resistor on so I don't burn it out. Not that I do that very often, mind. Who am I kidding? I've done it quite a few times so far. Right, no, come on, get in there, get in there. Right, there we go. And that's a flickering LED, which should give quite a nice effect on our thingy. So I think the first thing we're going to do is try and figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm trying to figure out what the best way is. Do I just cut the hole? Would it be better just to cut a piece out of there and just glue it in, or I don't know yet. We'll figure that out as we go. That's the best part of this. We're figuring it out. Right now, but first of all, I need my drill, which is just here. Okay. So this is what I was thinking of using, because I think it should be enough to go through. This size, I don't even know what size this is, but that's what I'm thinking. It should be enough to go through. But if I just drill in here, do it quite close. Yeah, I think I may have to cut things out here, because I don't think it's gonna be enough. There's not enough plastic there, hole there, for this to work. So if I just like drill holes along the edge, the top here, do not get too close to the edge, because we need that top edge for the saucer section. And before I go any further, let's make sure that I'll be able to cover those holes with this. And yes, we will. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. Whew. Wouldn't that just be fun? Me cocking it up after just the very first video after a little while, and I go and cock things up. That would have been great, wouldn't it? Oh no, I don't cock things up that often. Well, yeah, actually I do, don't I, really? But that's half the fun of modelling. You make the mistakes, but then you actually learn by your mistakes, so you know not to do it again. So I'm going to bring you back once I've got these all these holes done, because you don't want to see me just keep drilling holes in things. I'll see you guys in a minute. Right. Okay. So, excuse me, just so you know what I've done. That's where I've made the hole. This actually goes in the bottom there like that. Okay, and I'm going to have the LEDs just stick right here. And since I've done that, I've actually don't have any gaps anymore as well either. So that's actually pretty darn good. Okay, so that's pretty much how it's going to look. And I think I'll have like one LED just glued in there. And I think I've just dropped the other LED on the floor, haven't I? The other LED is dropped on the floor, never mind. One there and then one on the other side, and hopefully the glow from these will hit those two other lights as these other holes as well. Now, is this too big for those holes? Yeah, no. No, it's just right, actually. So let's drill those little holes out. And I don't know if these are supposed to be holes or not, but I'm making them as holes and I'm going to light them as well. You know, because it just adds a little something to it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Harry? Right. Right, okay, so we got those two holes there. Don't know if you can see that there. There you go. No, there, that's the one. No, there. Yeah, you see the two holes. Right, so put that there. Oh, there's the other LED. Didn't drop it. Right, so next we need to find a smaller drill bit. So I need to see what ones I've got here. Right, let's have a look, see, shall we? Now, I think let's undo that. Let's see. Is that yeah, that's a small one. Right, okay. So, I'm actually thinking, because I don't want it too small, but I don't want it too big either. So I think whatever this one is, I don't really know what it is, to be fair, because I've kind of like accidentally gone over the top of it. I think it might be a 0.5. Oh, is that not gonna grab onto it? Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. Right. So move those out of the way for the moment. Actually, let's push it down a bit more. To about there. There we go. Because I think that they should be small enough holes. And so then we make a start on doing this. So I'll do just a couple of holes. So start on the edge. Yeah, she's obviously going to take a little while. Are you going to go through at all? I think this might be a little bit blunt. Now, the reason I pushed the drill bit in quite far, yeah, okay, that didn't work. I don't think that's the right bit for it. Let's see if I can find another drill bit. The reason you put it in quite far is so like you don't, it's less chance of breaking the actual bit. if this one's any better. Nope. That's definitely not. Okay. So don't look like I have too much choice here. I'm gonna put you. Okay. Try this again. There we go. Right, there we go. That's better. So we've got one roughly in the middle. I say roughly because it's not an exact science here. So you want to try and keep these as even as you possibly can. And then right on the edge again as well. Especially if you're doing it this way. I mean, I suppose you could just cut it out and then buy a oh, what's the word I'm looking for? A mesh or something like that to put on it. But I don't have a lot of money, so I'm not doing that. So that's basically, you can't really see that yet. There you go. Little 3 holes. So I'm going to continue on down and do the other side, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm done that. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys back. This is pretty much what I've done. It looks a mess, I know. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about how it looks at the minute. We're not done. And I thought I'd show you what it would look like when it's connected to the light. There we go. And it should give a nice little glowing effect. I mean, it's not gonna be right on top of it, but it will give the effect that it's pulsing. Right, so I've still got another one to do here, so I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Okay, right, okay, so bring you guys back. I've now done that. But what I need to do now is just smooth it out just a little bit. So just get an edge of a cloth, sanding stick, and just give it a quick going over, and it should be fine. You don't have to worry about the inside so much. And I've just realised I've missed a few bits here. It doesn't look quite right. There we go, that'll do. Sort it. So we've now got that ready, and that is going to go onto here. Now I want to say, if you're doing like what I've done here, be extremely careful, because this is very thin and fragile up the top here. Okay, right here on the top. Be very, very careful, because you do not want to break that. So that looks to be okay. Yep, yeah, that looks to be fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to glue this together. Yes, I am. Yep, I'm going to glue it together, because I'm not going to put the LED inside it as such. So let's hold it together as best as I can and get my Tamiya cement in there. I'm just going to do the top first. Okay, and squeeze and hold it together, and then once this is dry, I will then be able to do the bottom. Doopy-doo. Do-do-do-do. Come on, there you go. Okay, so now I should be able to flip this over. Put the Tamiya thin on there. Okay, and just hold that in place there as well. So I'm going to bring you guys back when this is dry and we start soldering up the LEDs. Okay, well, that should now be done. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get just a small piece of wire. It's going to be a brown, going to be connected to the brown wire. But I'm going to put the brown wire, because I've got some LED tape here already. And I'm just going to use what's there and attach the wire to that, to these LEDs, in theory. Because it's just going to be running off of the, excuse me please, the main, how much am I going to need? About that much, I think. Don't think I'm going to need that much. Because this is they're going to be powered pretty much constantly anyway. So it just stands to reason that that's the best viable option. Because I don't put my teeth back in. I don't want them to use the flasher one. Because that means they'll start flashing, flickering, and we don't want that. Definitely don't want that. So let's get this here. Get that there. Right. Come on. To go. I think probably next week in my live stream. I'm going to do another live stream. I need to do another live stream very soon. But I mentioned I was going to be doing a Master Grade St Andrew Gundam model kit. So I think I'm going to start that next week. And I might actually start that as a live. Just do the Master Grade St Andrew live build. See how that goes. If anyone's interested in watching that live, it'll probably be a good couple of hours. and hopefully I can get things set up properly this time where the actual live works and doesn't screw around with me like before. Come on, pull off. Ah, goodness, I really should just do this my normal way. Yeah, I'm just going to do it my normal way. There you go. Pull you off like that. Okie dokie, right now then. So we've got those two. Actually thinking about it, I should be able to just need to use the one wire in theory. And I need to pull it down a bit. There. Let's get it even. Get it even, Stevens. Right, okay, so let's just plonk this over here out of the way and we get our LEDs. Our helping hands. Now, luckily I've already got one, what do you call them, resistor on there already, on one of them, so that's fine. So we'll just do that. Get my, what someone calls it, solder. By the way, I did buy different solder. What I thought was actually thinner than the one I had. But as it turns out, it's not. It's actually thicker. This is actually the smallest one I've got. So I'm just going to have to learn to be very careful. There we go. That's one done. Need another. Oh, goodness me. What, that resistor? Wrap it round. I mean, there's probably loads more better ways of doing these resistors. I just do this my way because it's the way I just do it. I'm not great at soldering. You probably can tell that. Box. Right, let's check and make sure they are working. You go in there, then you're in there, or is it the other way around? It's the other way around. You in there, you in there. Yep, that's it. That one's working. Just double check this one. And yep, you're working fine. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want these, let's move that out of the way for the moment. Because I kind of want these together in there. What I can do cut these a little bit off. Whoops, that went flying. leg over there. That leg over there. Now what I plan to do, if I figure out how far apart they are, or how far apart they need to be, I should say, let's put those straight. In there like that, okay. So that's roughly how far apart they should be. So if I can solder those two bits there, I might need to cut them down just a little bit. Move that back. And so it'll be about there. So let's get my helping hands out again. And let's see if I can do this. So first of all, we'll tin one. Okay, so then it should, in theory, be relatively easy to solder on, like that. Right, that should be okay. Looks like I might just need to spread that solder around just a little bit more. Oh bollocks! Yeah, I did know that was going to happen. Honestly, I did. I was just testing the waters, you know, just to make sure everything was okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, so let's try that again. There we go. Right. I think I might put a little bit more on the bottom here. There we go, that's better. That's a much better join now. Yep, okay. So then, what I should just be able to do is join these two, wrap these up. Cut some of that off. Get the wire. And I think if I make this just a little bit bigger. And the same with the opposite side. Really need to invest in wire cutters. Okay, so twisties. Actually, I'm going to separate those. It's going to make life easier. And I do believe, yep, so this is the plus. So I'm going to twist this one around here. Like so. And then twist this one around here. Okay, I'm making a right old pig's dinner out of this one. There we go, that should do. Alright, let's just double check these. And yep, they are both flickering and working. Good. Right, okay, let's solder these in. How am I going to get this done? Now, am I going to be able to have both of those held into place? I'm kind of like hoping so. There we go, that's it. And I'll bring you over here. Go, and then on here, you want? Yes, you are. Right. Okay. So that's those two. Now soldered to go. Now I've soldered it. I'm just going to double check it again, just to make sure. Yep, they're working fine. Right. Now then, now is the fun part. Connecting them to those there. Okay. So, so this is going to be quite a long video. I do apologise, and I'm kind of hoping I don't screw things up, because that's actually quite close to this. So, I could actually move it further afield, further out of the way, preferably, please. Any chance at all? That's as best as I'm going to get it. Okay. Right, so if we go that away, we're going to see how much room I need. So they are going to fit in there like that. I need right, okay. So I should be able to bend that over here ever so slightly. Put that in there. So let me know that one to go there, and then the other one on the other side. Yep. Okay. Right. So, oh, that one's in the way, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Right. So this is where I'm gonna totally and royally screw things up, because I've got to try and solder those into that. Yeah. Yep, not looking forward to that one. Right, so you stay out of my way. Oh, this is how am I going to do it? Because I need to hold the wire in place while I also try and solder it in place. And where's my tweezers? I need to hold this. Yeah, okay. Tell you what, let's tin the wire first. That might help a bit. Will it happen today? There we go. That's one tinned. Let's tin the other one. No, stop moving. And that's the other side tinned. Okay. So, here we go. Oh, goodness me. Don't have a good angle on here. Dagnammit. Oh, why haven't I got enough room here? Ah, dear. Things I do for YouTube. There we go. Right. So, another check on this one. There we go, and that seems to be working. Oh, shizer. No, because that is making my other things flicker. It's making the inside lights flicker. I don't want that. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Right, so let's rethink that whole situation, shall we? So it looks like I'm going to have to do a different wiring coming out from this. Terrific. Okay, so I'll tell you what, instead of trying to undo those, it'd probably be quicker to do that. Right, so I need to do separate wiring coming down for these. Yep, how long am I going to need it? About that long, I suppose. God damn. Well, as I say, this is where you, like, you know, you make the mistakes. If you don't make the mistakes, you never learn. And this is the first time I'm lighting a kit just by myself. You know, I'm doing this, or this, I haven't bought any lighting kits for this at all. This is just all me. No one else, just me. That's going to make it thicker again, isn't it? Going through the center. Oh, it can't be helped. It can't be helped. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there. Right, okay, so I'm going to bring you guys back once I've wired these up, and when I'm ready to glue these in. I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay. I'm now bringing you guys back because I'm pretty much ready to go. But I just had a thought. This is all going to be run from the same power source. Okay. So if these are all going to be connected to the same power source, would that still mean that my normal lights are going to be flickering as well? Interesting. Hadn't actually thought of that yet. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. Really am hoping it doesn't. Right, I need to glue these in, so I need my hot glue now. I need to angle those out of the way. Angle that out of the way there. Put that about there. Yep. Okay. So let's get me hot glue. So that's something I'm gonna have to test. So I think I'll test that now. I mean, technically, on the flashing unit, it didn't affect the main lights, so I don't see why this should either, because they're all being run through the same power supply, weren't they? Yes. Yes, they were. Okay, so I suppose the only way to find out is to test it. Really, there's no two ways about it. Okay. You don't have enough juice to power those LEDs, there. No, wait a second. There we go. No, it's still making them flicker. So I'm going to need to figure this out and find out how to stop it. Because I can't have the other LEDs flicker. Because this is going to be the flashing lights. And if it's all going to the same power source, interesting, very interesting. As I say, I'm going to have to look into that one to figure that one out. So, okay, if I'll just plonk a bit of glue in there for that side. Plonk a bit of glue in there for that side. Make sure that's fine. Let that dry for a bit. Bloody glue string goes everywhere. So, yeah, so I'm gonna have to try and figure that one out because I don't want that to happen, obviously. That's something we definitely don't want happening. Let's glue this into place first, and then I will look into how to stop it. Because as I say, we definitely do not want that happening. bit more glue just here. Okay. Hopefully everything still lines up all right, and it does. Okay, good. Let's have a quick look see at the back here, see what it looks like. So, oh goodness, come here. Plus, minus. So there we go. That is what it's going to look like, with a very slight glow coming from those other ones as well. I still need to light block them, the actual lights itself. But yeah, that's basically it. But I need to figure a way of doing it where it's not flickering the rest of my lights. Yes. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Obviously, once I figure out how to stop them from flickering the rest of my lights, I will obviously let you guys know as well. So, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Long as it was, at least we kind of done something-ish. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll have another video very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.